Audio warning. Welcome back. Good afternoon. We have 7 minutes or so to close. It's been quite the day, folks. Those of you that bought things, congratulations. You might have seen more money in the last few hours than you've seen in your entire life. Some of you, I would probably imagine. The Unrefusables main fund, Cosa Nostra, has seen the most money it's ever seen. It's now up over $1,700 today. Some of you don't even have $1,700. And your little, silly little account has more than you. Unfortunate times. Unfortunate. But good for you. Good for you. You hit the buy button today. You just did something. Good job. That's all you had to do. It's all you had to do. Now, where are we headed into close? Well, we're getting pretty bid here. We're getting pretty bid further into close. Further into close. Continue to get bid. We'll see. You need to make your decision. And for a lot of you, this is how you're going to make your decision. You don't need to try to guess what the market's going to do, or, we have really simple rules. We have really simple rules about taking profit and getting stopped out. But if those are not for you, and if you've had trouble with those, then right now, what I want you to do, and I typed in the chat a little while ago, you need to beat yourself first. And no, I don't mean beat yourself like that. That's sick. What I mean is that if you know you are going to somehow fuck this trade up, and you're going to sabotage yourself, whether it's a second or two before close, or whether it's going to be come Monday or Tuesday, whenever it is that you're pushing that trade, depending on the length that you're trying to make that trade, then you need to make a decision now to either, one, take profit because you're going to fuck it up later, take home the gains, realize it. Or two, what I want you to do right now is, if you know you should be pushing this, there's no reason why you shouldn't be pushing over the weekend, you know that, then what I want you to do right now is start fucking running. You've got 6 minutes until close. You can fucking sprint for those, now it's 5 minutes. You can sprint for those fucking 5 minutes. I want you to get outside right now and start running. Start running. I better not see you type in chat. And I want you to come back in 5 minutes or so. Maybe get a few extra minutes. Fucking run around the block. Okay? Run around the block or run into the middle of the woods. Get into a canoe. Start paddling. And then come back. Okay? Why? Because the only thing stopping you from making money is you. Most of you. You're in the right trades. You're fucking making profit. It's all on paper for you, though. You need to realize it at some point. And for some of you, you need to continue to push it because, again, it's not going to be anything until you continue to make something out of it. And a lot of you are making trades that need to be pushed. But some of you need to take it home. So fucking just do it. Hit the take profit button right now. Those of you that know you have no balls, but you've already made a lot, then that's fine. No one's going to make fun of you because everyone's going to see in the profit section soon that you made a shit ton of money. So who cares? Next time you'll be able to push it because you'll have a little bit more money. You'll have a little bit more experience. With that out of the way, we're doing very well. We have a lot of confirmation of our ideas here so far, right? I think some of the understanding that we had, we weren't exactly sure when the melt would start for lunch. It started right during the normal time of lunch, which makes the most sense. But of course, we were looking for it maybe a little earlier, right? Little earlier for a melt-up lunch. We got the melt-up lunch across the entire market. Entire market. There's nothing you couldn't have thrown a dart at that's not melting up. What's doing the best? Value is still doing the best. And for those of you that are going, oh, look, tech is back, you are the same people that keep going, oh, look, tech is back. Oh, tech is crashing. Tech is back. Tech is crashing. What's been the better trade? Value, because it keeps going up every fucking day. You don't need to be sweating, sleep, up all night. Your palms are sweaty. Mom spaghetti, the whole M&M line, right? Just stop doubting what's actually going on, right? Yes, this is coming back. Yes, tech is bouncing back. Great. Is that the better trade overall, or is that an in and out trade? That looks like an in and out to me. Seems like an appetizer, not the dinner. We take a look around. Again, the Dow has continued to do the best this week so far. We look at the small caps roaring again. From this pullback here, if you bought anything related with this on the pullback here, yikes, you're you're up quite a bit. And again, those are the positions that it's not like tech where you have to exit the tech position likely soon. These positions are going to go long. And again, remember, a lot of these bets that we're making, yes, a fucking great 100% over the weekend's great. Even today, you probably got 100% on some contracts. We are looking for this trade to get pushed. So you got 100% from here to here, right? You bought from here to here. This is 3% on the SPY on the underlying. You're looking to get up here. You're looking to get up here, all-time high. That's a big difference from here to there, right? That's a lot more. So again, a lot of us are looking to swing further. Might take some days, but again, that's why we have different types of trades. We have short terms that we're going to be taking profit on. I've taken profit on trades today. Taking profit on trades. I'm going to take profit on trades on Monday morning, as soon as it starts. But there are plenty of trades that I want to be buying at the low here to swing up further. Why? Because one of these times it will. One of these times it will. We've looked at plenty of tickers. You guys know the tickers. We get paid on PRPL, windbreakers coming for that one. Lit. I've been talking about the lit chart for quite some time. That one's been so volatile. It's hard to tell exactly. You obviously need to just make short-term trades in and out of those. So out of that, retail stores continue to look great today. Obviously, GPS started off very well. We took profit on that, realized it, transitioned out, bought on the dip. Thankfully, yesterday, if you transition the way we were supposed to on a lot of the travel charts, even I see some jokes about like the offerings and stuff. Again, that shit can happen at any time, so you can get fucked at any time. But the reality is still that doesn't change anything. Just like earnings doesn't just all of a sudden change the entire trend. It's one candle, right? We buy on the dip, so again, we bought all of those tickers on the dip there. All of them on the dip. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let's see how many. We got 30 seconds. Make your fucking minds up, boys. Make it up. Make your mind up right now. I'm going to take some profit on some things. Let me take a couple profits. Just because I'm pushing a fucking boatload. I'll take the small boat home. Okay. 5 seconds. I'm not going to get filled. Rip. Oh, I got filled on a couple. Nice. Good job. Good job, traders. Very curious to see how you guys did today. Hopefully I'm not overplaying it, but I know you guys are pretty in line most of the time when I tell you to do something. Just do something. That was the motto today. How many of you did something today? Let's see. I'm going to be watching. Bib's already cashed in on his. He made $1,300 today. $1,353. I think he made like $1,250 yesterday. So Fibs has been cashing in his hard work. We'll see as it comes in. So let's just cap off the week. How do we start the week? What happened last Friday? Last Friday, we put big bets in on a dip like today. What happened Monday? Monday, we gapped up big time. Monday, big gap up. We gapped up. We took profit on a lot of those trades. Now, what happened from there? Well, tech started selling because why? Well, we continued to see a little bit of a yield scare. We had Powell speaking on Thursday, so that was going to be some neutrality. So we were pulling back. What was happening? That was happening on the average. What was happening on our side of things with value? Value kept going. It did not stop this week. It's continued to move up, really capping off today with a big fucking gain. I don't even care that the candle doesn't look great. What a day or what a week for value as a whole. Even as we go through and look some of these banks, banks had a bit of a pullback. If you bought on this, feels good. Doesn't it feel good? It does feel good. All right, let's go over to travel. Look at some of the names that we had. Big pullback with the rest of the market, broader market. Why? Well, we just had some supply things going on in big correlation towards the contract side with options. That gamma idea of contracts expiring. What did we do? Well, we first of all, when this was starting, we were like, okay, this is going a little bit further. It was certainly getting tied to the options and how much needs to be sold. As soon as everything started to climb together, you got to be going, okay, time to go. You can't guess which pullback or which time that the trend is changing that you're going to buy on. You buy on fucking all of them. There was only 2 times that the price had pulled back and then started to go to the upside. That was one right before lunch and then one during lunch when the melt up had finally started. Again, you make both those trades. I know a lot of you, even Brian said it, and I'll bring up his comment of this week has kind of hurt some of your confidence. Absolutely it will. Absolutely. It gets harder and harder to go buy this. It gets harder and harder to go buy it. You know what changes that really quick? When you finally get fucking paid for doing it. And I know today a lot of you got paid for it. Some of you are going to get paid Monday. You haven't realized it yet, right? You realize. You didn't realize it as a gain. You bought on a dip and you're going to push it into Monday, right? You bought down here. You're going to be pushing it into Monday and make a fucking boat. You're going to make the boat, right? And that's what you need to be doing. Now, this week, if you had a tough week, it's because you were fighting the market and going against the current. There was, again, there's no excuse for trying to make tech work this week. You should have been shorting. And if not shorting, you should have been on the sidelines and staying in your lane, trading value. You can't get hurt over and over with the same idea, and a lot of it being like, oh, I didn't place a stop. And also when there's so many tickers that are going to the upside, again, half the market was up. Half the market's up. Are you going to be on the wrong half? I mean, it's less than that. But the reality is still that so many of our trades continue to do very well from last Friday into this week and continue to get pushed. Again, this, I don't think everyone understands just quite how many tickers are involved here. All the large energy companies, all the big oil. We had even had an oil bet. So with the OPEC meeting. So again, there was a ton of different things you could do in terms of long-term, short-term, and again, on even just this is I'm just looking at the ETF as a benchmark. But even on the ETF, 25 to 30% a day. Guess what you get today? A fucking boat. You get a boat today. So again, no excuses. Figure out what you can take away from this week and learn. A lot of it is, again, I think you just don't take the opportunity when you see it. You just watch the price and you don't really understand what's possible there. And so it's hard to go get the trade. There's things like discovery. I'm going to use this because, again, it's not connected to anything. But when this trend is going and you see everything else is going down, it just the first thing in your mind is, oh, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do there. Again, there's so many things that are going to the upside that if you don't feel comfortable shorting, which a lot of you need to figure out, how to get that short side involved so that you don't look at the market as it's only good if it goes up. Yes, we all want it to go up. Great. That has nothing to do with trading, right? We don't care if it's up, down, fucking sideways, right? Keep that in mind for this week. Just real quick, for those of you heading out for the weekend, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna keep talking about shit. Those of you heading out for the weekend, have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed this week. Hope you learned a lot. The video will be out this weekend. It'll be the basics. I'm gonna plan on doing a lot of stuff for options, but those who've been waiting for that, there you go. Enjoy your weekend. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look at some other things here. Let me see what we got in the profit section. A couple more popped up. So Brian with the 250. LSU with the minus 100. He told us he basically bought a bunch of shit at open and then went to work and then came back and saw it was down. So minus 100 doesn't sound that bad. Let me hit him with that. Momsky with the plus 12. Awesome fucking day, buddy. Momsky with the big boy whale account plus 12. Ecto minus 7 because they got faked out on the first dip and did not set a stop properly. So why didn't you buy back in, Ecto? Come on, buddy. Come on. Got faked out on the first dip. Not a fake out. Not a fake out. You can buy back in. Next week, I want to see that. I want to see that filled. Again, you guys, if you buy something, get stopped out, you can't then let that stop you from buying back in. And especially, you can't sit here all day and watch price go up. You can't watch it go back up, right? So you got to get in there. And again, a lot of us, when we sell, you got to remove that and then get on to the next trade, right? And a lot of the times it's the same ticker. So minus 7%. All right, second didn't cover the loss from first. All right. Well, let's see if those get pushed into next week again. Learn from that. That's the biggest thing. 6% from Spoon. Awesome number. Only thing that gets affected was my long term. Okay. Met with the plus 334. Oof. Nice one, buddy. T Trader with the plus 940. Greasy mobile trader today, dollars. Nice. If you did that on a mobile phone, congrats, because I don't know how to use it. So. And then Met in the trading floor says, I just started pounding beers. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, I do have some things I want to talk about. First of all, in terms of individual positions today, there was a lot of things that you could have taken advantage of, just beyond a lot of the macro ideas that we've had, a lot of the ideas of we're trying to buy early to realize gains today and also push into the weekend. So again, setting up a lot of pullback buy days. There was a lot of trades today that were just tickers by themselves that have nothing to do with anything. I want to look at a few of these because, again, you're going to take the opportunities when they're there. PRPL. This trade from the open. Obviously, I was being a little, I don't know, what you can use whatever word you want, but obviously, he's been a little silly about it, talking about it a lot. This kind of trade in here, you just got to hit the button. In support. Joking around about it quite a bit. I'm obviously talking about something. This kind of trade, you're not going to risk anything. You're not risking anything to get into this kind of trade. Now, I'm saying this because, again, there's times when this will happen where you just have an opportunity to just do it right today. I'm not in this position anymore. I'm already out of it. Is it going to continue going up? I have no clue. Some of you guys ask, is the price going to go? I have no idea. I just react. Is my probability good enough for me to push it? No, I'll just take the fucking... You know how many percent it is? It's quite a bit. I'll take it now. Give it to me right now. Again, these are hundreds and hundreds of percent on the options. They're not very liquid. I think one of the contracts up like 900% today overall. No, I didn't get 900%, but I got a few hundred. So this kind of position here, lit is very similar. This is low liquidity. And now this is not going to be the best looking chart, but there are charts that we talk about within this move that you can take advantage of. This kind of trade here, this is just seeing it. This is not an easy trade to go get. You can go buy shares, whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm just saying. IMAX, this kind of move here today. One of these things does not look like the other. This looks a lot different than this. Don't you think? Don't these candles look like garbage? This looks like your option charts. A lot of liquidity, a lot of action over here. Momsky says he's day trading. He's like index trading now, right? This is the same idea. You can go just trade short-term fucking day trades like this. Go get some points. Some of you need to do that. That might actually, I saw when you posted that might be a good thing for some of you to do. Just go trade the SPY and day trade it 10,000 times and build your trades up so that you can then turn into swing trade and start making some real fucking money, right? Some of you just need to get trades under your belt. Maybe go do that. Go trade SPY, the Qs, every single day. Just day trade it and just get to 10,000 trades. Get to 100,000 trades, whatever you're going to get to until you feel comfortable and you grow some, whatever it is. Trading IWM, whatever you want to go trade that's liquid and you can day trade it and you can learn from that and see your trades, right? That would help a lot. Even I think that might be something I maybe will think about a little bit this weekend to talk about. I've realized, I've set this. I've really set the way that we do this, the stream and the discussion as like it's supposed to be building on something every single time, and I try to bring up something new every week, and we try to learn from that and then bring it up. But a lot of the times, it's so dynamic, and again, like this week really fucks up. I'm not like doing full-on lessons, but again, this kind of week, it kind of fucks up the whole flow because we need to be dynamic and react right now, right? There's shit to do right now. You don't have time to fucking learn. It's like those of you veterans out there that have been in like the military, and you're you go through boot camp, you do shit, but nothing prepares you to go actually do the fucking thing. It's the same idea that, yeah, you gotta learn on the fucking fly. You gotta figure this shit out and problem solve. And so it is a little, you learn different things at different times when it actually fucking applies. So there might be some validity to, let's just find something to trade and learn from that. So I'm gonna maybe come up with some ideas. I've have some ideas. Those of you that you guys know, I'm a big chess guy. So I've been playing chess forever. I love to study chess. Those of you that have fooled around with that, there's puzzles you can do, the tactics, right? And you do these tactics over and over. These puzzles you just solve, and you basically need to find the right move. Sometimes it's a few moves, and you find the right move and you get it right. I have some ideas to maybe do some things like that, so that using the replay feature here on TradingView, I can create little puzzles, and I'll make like 1,000 of them, and you guys can go through them and basically try to predict what the next candle is going to be. You need to figure out when's the right time to buy, when's the right time to sell, something like that, and doing it fucking 1,000 times in a row might help. And maybe do that first before going to day trade 100 times a day, right? So I have some ideas. If that sounds like something interesting, I know a lot of you like that a little bit more. That might help with timing as well, because you can't perfectly trade through the whole day. If I give you 1,000 puzzles to do, you guys can try to figure out when's the right time to buy on a fucking candle, that kind of thing. You get it over and over. That's what I do with chess. That's how you get better at chess. So these kind of things might actually help. So I'm going to think about some of these things. I mean, again, it's not my method. I don't day trade. There's times when I utilize it, because if there's fucking points to be had on the board, then I'm going to take them. But I think a lot of it does come down, again, the thing that separates you and I and others from myself that do better than I do is really, we can be in the same trade, but it's when I enter the trade, when I exit the trade, and how I feel about it, right? It's just this consistency, the ability to look past the money, look past the P&L, and make the trade just based on how the fucking price is. And I don't, during this time I was joking, because I know right over here, people are looking at their P&L and they're looking at the position and they're losing a shit ton of points on their position, like Marches. And I was watching your Cosa Nostra account, and I saw all of those meme tickers starting to lose value in here. And I was like, I bet everyone is taking profit on it right now, because they're like, uh-oh. And then guess what happened? It almost doubled going to close. I'll take another screenshot for you guys. But it's like during that moment, I know that people are having a hard time here, because you just don't know. You really just don't know. You're looking at the candles and you're like, I really don't know. All I know is that my position's going down. But again, it has nothing to do with what's actually going on in the market. It's just you. That's just your position. So a lot of the times we look at our position as the be-all, end-all, but it has nothing to do with the market. Your portfolio is not the market. Your position is just your idea. It's not someone else's, because you have a different average, you have a different entry, and you have a different plan. We all look at things differently. That's why when you guys ask me, oh, is this a good thing? Can I buy this here? What should I do with this? Do you think it's going to go up from here? It just depends. It depends. It's not anywhere close. I try to be empathetic and put myself in your shoes, but the difference between buying a $10,000 position, a $1,000 position, and the percents and the differences of entries, how long it's going to take, these things all depend. They all depend, right? So, again, some of these things, you got to think about it in terms of more than just yourself. Sometimes you need to beat yourself. A lot of you need to, again, fucking run into the middle of the woods. Sometimes get into a canoe, fucking paddle in the middle of the lake, whatever it is to stop yourself from making dumb mistakes. But yeah, during here I was laughing because I was like, oh, I know those greasy finger mobile traders. Oh God, Jesus Christ, get me out of here. I mean, again, you're in Marches here. You're losing like fucking 10% here. Easy. 10% coming off. You're like, Jesus. But again, I just making a couple points here. In terms of other positions. Now, again, it's all energy. We don't need to go through energy. Again, retail stores continue to push through today. These trades, I don't even know if you can get into them now come next week. Some of these are very difficult. Some of these are very difficult. Again, if you didn't get in them, I'm going to show you healthcare here too. If again, if you didn't get into these positions, I really don't know if you can. I really don't know if you can now. It's been built so far that you're going to need to wait for consolidation and buy the breakout. Again, I told you guys this fucking 2 weeks ago. Then I posted a chart a month ago. You got to get into these positions. And I know a lot of you are now looking in hindsight and be like, yeah, I probably could have bought that at any time. I looked at it, just watched the price. This is a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money. And it's, again, one of the most easiest to manage trades, which we do gauge as a sort of a part of risk and reward is the level of difficulty. When I post the list, right, and I post the charts, I do rank them in order of most bullish to, the most bullish is number one, second one's bullish, whatever. They're in ranked order, and I do put that a part of my assessment of difficulty. Just, is it difficult to trade? Okay, well, it's not as bullish then, because it can be fucking difficult. It can be sweaty palming it. So these healthcare ones, again, are just, they're so simple, because they're just fucking tanks. They don't move very much. So I do want to mention that this week, these charts did extremely well. Even some of these that had a little extra volatility, obviously I chase volatility, look for volatility. These charts have really done well, and these are really the ones that I feel the most, that energy I feel really strongly and passionate about and feel good about, because again, so many people had such a hard time the last couple of weeks, and that's, again, being in the wrong spot. If you feel anxious all the time, then you're probably doing something wrong, and you don't know. It feels really fucking good to kick back, relax, have a good time. Yeah, I'm working a ton, trying to figure shit out, but being a part of these, again, it's important to realize that if you had a really tough time, then it's probably because you weren't on these side of the trades, and I know a lot of you weren't. I want to just put it into the perspective here how important it is to sometimes be in some trades that are going to carry you. Sometimes you're not going to be able to emotionally carry yourself through trades, and if you're in the right trade, that trade will carry you instead. You don't get to always decide. Sometimes the market decides for you, and that's where you need to capture the move and not be fucking chasing it, because if you're trying to chase something, it's a lot harder, right? Some of us are sitting in a SUV driving along, and the rest of you are fucking chasing us, right? That's not the greatest thing, not the greatest feeling in the world. I hate when I miss something. And I go back, I figure out what the fuck I did wrong, right? What did you do wrong to miss that? Couple other tickers to mention. Tallow, been mentioning this one quite a bit. Now, this came from basically retail land. Came out of retail land, wasn't really much of anything. This trade has really taken off. I think this is something to look at, find out what you might have missed here. Again, some of these individual tickers, again, that are sort of, now again, this is a part of oil and everything else, but you got to be able to figure out maybe, okay, what did I do here? What did I look at wrong? What can I do to catch that next time? Now, in terms of other tickers that are a little bit outside of the box, I would have considered travel to be sort of outside of that in terms of some things, but we've already looked at that enough. Oh, I do want to mention FANG. FANG continues to go here. Again, I talked about taking profit on some of the short terms here because, again, the sharpness here. So just want to point that out. I do have long terms continuing to push, but I did take short terms there just due to, again, what I talked about earlier. Okay, Uber and like Lyft, right? These kind of tickers here today. You guys knew we were watching this. I know some of you mentioned it in chat. You guys know we're watching this and hounding on it for the fact that it's not attached to anything. So, for instance, these trades continuing this week, these trades did completely fucking fine. Lyft did completely fine. We took this trade here, right, for this week. This was on Wednesday, and this trade's been doing great. It's doing great. And you don't feel any of the pressure from the market just trending up. This is an important trade that you just need to be aware of. You need to be aware of the consolidation here, aware that it's not getting beat up by the market, and you can trade it. You guys don't need to make 100 trades. You can just make one. Some of you that have smaller accounts, you don't need to fucking find a bunch of different things. You just need one ticker. So you need to fucking be a scoundrel. Some of you need to, Mad Max it, fucking search, hunt, and go get this one ticker in this one trade. Lyft would have been one of those. Again, there was not much to this trade. I mentioned it over here, but just talking about the whole week, this is the kind of trade that will completely save you on your P&L, especially the percentage, right? Some of you that have a down percentage on the week, that's, made up of a whole average. You could just have one trade fix that whole thing. Fix that whole thing. There was plenty of trades that could have done that. Again, I do want to mention that. Now, there are some other things like EB, I think, might be a good example. Something like EB here. Now, this is the kind of volatility I fucking love. I absolutely love. This is the kind of trade that is not for the faint of heart. Now, other people, I've been mentioning this trade for a little while, and then other people started bouncing, all over it, getting, retail hype in here. But this kind of spread, the trend, the volatility, this is where if you just follow rules, you can day trade this as well. You follow rules, you're going to beat 99% of the people in here. Let me put on like a 15. You're going to beat 99% of the people in here. Go look at this EB chart. Put on 15-minute candles and look at it with our levels and tell me that you could not make these trades. If you just took out the perspective of money, your emotions, maybe your annoying kids, your nagging wife, whatever it is, you remove all that, your other job, your fucking dog doesn't shut up. Remove all that and just look at candles and price. Don't think about your future. Just think about this trade. You're going to tell me that you can't figure out how to buy and sell this ticker if you just look at the candles, right, from this week. Even with the volatility. These are big numbers. Remove the numbers. Just use the candles. Yeah, this is like fucking 10%. This is 10%. Don't worry about it. This is the kind of trade that, again, you don't need to know specifically where it's going to be in a week from now. In a month from now. You don't need to know if it's a good company, a bad company, takes advantage of poor kids in China. Fundamentally, who cares? That's not what it's about. It's trading. You're a fucking trader. You're not an investor. If you're an investor, then you don't give a shit. You put it in your retirement account. I don't like those people. I mean, I like them, but some of them that act like they're putting money in retirement accounts and trading. It's ridiculous. This is where you make the money. Make the money fucking today. I'll make it over the weekend. I don't need 5 years. You want to talk about 5 years, then what do you? You got $1 billion in the bank that you need to trade over time? No, I don't think so. Look at this trade, see if you can make something happen there. See if you can make something happen there. All right. Oh, we get some more. Did we get some more? No. Some other people joking about profits. Okay. Let me show you real quick the Cosa Nostra account. The Cosa Nostra. Let's see. Where is it? Here it is. Look at this, boys. Really turned it around. You did amazing work. In terms of this account, I'm not really sure what's the best way to go forward with it. Obviously, I had to step in a little bit. Let me just post it into chat so we can talk about the same thing. Let me post it into chat. Where is it? Fuck me. When is it? This one? Okay. There's the account. So here's the account. Here's the position. So I entered the Cosa Nostra account into Penn. These are all March monthlies. Penn, X, AAL, DraftKings, and CCL. Your guys' IWM position really pulled it together near the end of the day. It was still down for most of the day. And so I basically injected you guys with 5K. Your account started at 3,200. You brought it all the way down to like 1,200, so you lost like $2,000. And now your IWM position's at 1650. So basically, your portion is at 1650 out of 3,200. Okay, so and so again, you guys are 1650 out of 3,200. I injected you with $5,000. So again, I brought the count up another 25,000 just to make it so we don't have to worry about PDT rules. So we're removing that. That's why you see the percent is going out of the percent of the 25K as well. But we're not really looking at it like that. So basically, I used 5K of that to buy those positions you see there. Again, I just bought that at the dip. So when you look at those charts, what's the point of when I bought those? Right here. Right here. Right here. This candle right here. This candle right here is where I bought those. Now, that, you know, again, I just kind of fucking completely took over the account. So that's not really the point of it. So I don't really know what the best way to go forward with the account is or anything like that. Now I kind of learned some things. Obviously, we've learned some things. You guys made about 4 or 5 trades. You guys bought things that were going up and then got stopped out or just completely tanked all of them, which is really interesting that you bought things that were going up and lost money, which again seems very much like 2020, where some of you joined a year ago and you were buying things that were going up and DM me, hey man, I see that you made a lot of money on that chart and it was going up and it's up 30%, but I actually lost all my money on it. Could you give me any advice? That's kind of where the account is right now. Which is interesting. So we'll have to come up with some plans maybe. But I've certainly learned some things from you guys trying to figure out things, and obviously the communication's hard and making trades are hard, and we don't have like real time. I don't have it. I've tried to API it, but it's not like I can put it into the Discord, the active thing. So we've resorted to screenshots and shit like that. But we'll figure out. We'll figure out, and now I'm just realizing that I did not. I was not showing this on the stream, and I could show you guys. Let me show you. Let me put it up on the stream. Just really quick, because other people have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about. This is what we're talking about. This right here. I think you guys can see it. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Those are the positions. So that's the Cosa Nostra account. Those of you that don't know and just sitting on YouTube, that's basically our Unrefusables fund. Which had lost $2,000 and now it's up. If you see the unrealized, that's the total amount that you've gained because you again lost a fucking boatload on your IWM because you never got stopped out. But anyways, that's that account. It's gonna be interesting. It's a lot of fun. Something to try out anyway. So, anybody have questions or anything for the weekend, or can we go party, have some fun? It's beautiful here in New York. I mean, it's still cold, but it's been sunny all day. I think I saw Mobsky walking around with a Hawaiian shirt. Was that you? I saw his hair flowing through the wind. I don't know what he was doing running down the avenue, but I think it was him. I saw him. Anyone have anything? Otherwise, it's that time. No, man, I wasn't in Murray Hill. Met says 6 degrees and sunny in Nashville. Enjoy your weekend, says Brian. Alrighty, guys. If that's it, enjoy your weekends. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your morning, your evening, wherever you are. I will see you guys on Monday. Watch out for things this weekend. Again, learn something from this week, guys. Those of you that didn't make money, learn something. Look at the rest of the people. Look at what I talk about during the day. Go back during the clips, see when I was talking about something, maybe compare the timing when I'm talking about something on the chart, and then you see it actually happen. Maybe see the tone that I'm using, figure out what you can do to maybe emulate some of that. Again, some of you just need to get some of those basics, so maybe work a little hard, and if not, fucking party, have a great time. I'll see you guys.